In today's fast-paced world, it often feels like time is slipping through our fingers, and we're constantly pressured to consume more, achieve more, and own more. But there's a different, more peaceful path, especially for those who have seen decades of life and want something quieter and more meaningful as they age. It's called the slow life. 1. Reevaluating consumerism in later years. When we were younger, society told us that owning more meant being more successful. The ads were everywhere, telling us to buy the latest gadgets, cars, and luxury vacations. But after years of experience, many of us realized that happiness isn't hidden in our closets or parked in our garage. Take John, who once believed that a brand new car would bring him status and satisfaction. After decades of upgrading, he now drives an older model and couldn't be happier. He's focused on spending more time with family and less time stressing over material things. The modern world is built on consumerism. We've all been there, sucked into the idea that happiness comes from spending. But happiness doesn't come with a price tag. In fact, the joy that lasts comes from relationships, moments of reflection, and the little things in life. 2. Clearing out clutter, a personal journey. Many years ago, I sold my large home and moved into a smaller space, a narrow boat. If you know anything about narrow boats, you'll know they're small, 50 feet long and just under 7 feet wide. That's not much room for stuff, so I had to make tough decisions about what to keep and what to let go. At first, downsizing felt impossible. I had so much accumulated over the years, boxes of things I hadn't used in decades, kitchen appliances I'd forgotten I owned. I even had 5 coffee makers. But as I let go of each item, I began to feel lighter, not just in terms of physical possessions, but emotionally. Moving into that small space gave me a sense of freedom I hadn't felt in years. It was as if I was shedding a weight I didn't even realize I was carrying. You don't have to sell your house to downsize, but try going through your kitchen, closets, or garage. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel with less. Simplifying your surroundings has a way of simplifying your mind. 3. Embracing capitalism with caution. Capitalism isn't the enemy. It provides goods and services that make our lives easier. But there's a balance. I'm happy to pay someone who bakes a loaf of bread for me, but the problem arises when we get stuck in a cycle of consuming just to consume. Jane used to buy every new phone that came out. The thrill of unboxing the latest model gave her a quick rush, but it always faded. Now, she's using an older model and focusing on what really matters to her, spending time on her garden. As we age, we begin to see that the things we thought we needed aren't necessary at all. It's not about having the newest gadgets or the fanciest clothes. It's about the experiences, the relationships, and those quiet moments that make life richer. 4. Living simply in a complex world. Living a slower, less materialistic life often means going against the grain. Most people in society are constantly on the go, buying the next big thing. But when you choose to step off that treadmill, you gain a new perspective. You start noticing the small things, the rustle of leaves in the wind, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the peace that comes from a quiet cup of tea. These are the moments that can't be bought, but they add a richness to life that money can't provide. David chose to move to a small village in the countryside after retiring. His friends thought he was crazy for leaving the city life behind, but David has never felt happier. His days are now filled with simple joys, tending to his garden, having meaningful conversations, and enjoying the beauty of nature. Living simply doesn't mean depriving yourself. It's about focusing on what truly brings you joy and letting go of the rest. Over time, the peace you gain will far outweigh the discomfort of being different from the crowd. 5. Appreciating the little things. As we get older, the things that bring us joy often become simpler. We no longer need grandiose vacations or luxury purchases to feel content. Instead, we find happiness in the little things. Take Maria, who once spent her holidays chasing exotic experiences. Now, she finds joy in watching the birds from her backyard. The simple pleasure of sipping tea on a cool morning or sharing stories with loved ones is more valuable to her than anything she can buy. When you step away from the whirlwind of consumerism, you begin to see the value in things that don't have a price tag. Maybe you'll start gardening or rediscover a hobby you never had time for. When you remove the distractions of constant consumption, you create space for these simple joys, and they will sustain you far longer than any material possession ever could. 6. Resisting the pull of consumerism. Let's face it, even after making a conscious decision to live a simpler life, the pull of consumerism is strong. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of sales, advertisements, or just the excitement of buying something new. How many times have you gone onto Amazon with no real need, only to fill up your cart with things that you don't truly want or need? That's the seductive power of consumerism. It convinces us that we need things that, in reality, won't bring us lasting satisfaction. Call to action starts small. Try to go a day without buying anything, then 2 days, then a week. Over time, you'll find that the desire to constantly consume fades, and you'll feel more at peace with what you already have. 7. Filling the void with meaningful activities. When you stop spending so much time and money on acquiring things, you'll notice a new kind of space opens up in your life, both literally and figuratively. The key is to fill this space with activities that bring you joy and meaning. After retiring, Sarah didn't know what to do with all her free time. She had been used to working long hours and consuming to fill the gaps. But once she let go of that mindset, she started knitting again, something she hadn't done in decades. Now, Sarah feels more fulfilled than ever. Focus on doing things that nourish your soul. It doesn't have to be grand or complicated. It can be as simple as spending time with your grandchildren or revisiting a craft you used to love. You'll find that these activities bring you a deeper sense of fulfillment, and they don't require you to open your wallet. 8. The challenges of living differently. Choosing to live a slow, simple life in a fast-paced world isn't without its challenges. You will encounter resistance not just from others but from within yourself. Society pushes a narrative of consumption, and it can be hard to let go of that belief. But take heart. The discomfort is temporary, and the rewards are profound. 9. Financial freedom through simplicity. When you stop buying things you don't need, you save money. That money can be used for what truly matters, whether it's traveling to see family, investing in your health, or simply building a cushion for peace of mind. You may find that you need less income than you once thought to live a fulfilling life. Choosing to live a slow life, spending less, and focusing on simplicity may not be the easiest path, but it's one of the most rewarding. It allows us to step away from the constant pressure to consume and instead focus on what truly matters: relationships, experiences, and inner peace. For those in the later stages of life, This approach offers a chance to reflect, let go of the unnecessary, and live with a sense of contentment. So take a step back, breathe, and embrace the joy of slow living. Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you liked the video, put a like, subscribe to our channel, share this video on social networks, and write your opinion in the comments. It will help to promote this video in YouTube so that as many people who need it heard this information.